Hello friends, welcome to Design Hub YouTube channel. Today we will be creating this realistic water reflection effect in Adobe Photoshop. Here I am using this image to create this effect. If you want to use the same image, check the link in the description below. Now let's start the tutorial. After opening our image, we will go to the image menu and click the image size. Make sure that your resolution is 150 pixels per inch. After that we will convert it into the smart object. Now go to image menu and select canvas size. We will double the height dimension of our document here. Select the % option here in height and width. Enter the 200 in the height box, click the uppermost anchor point here. And again select the pixel option. As you can see, our height dimensions has been doubled in value without making any manual calculations. Now we will make a copy of this layer for making the reflection, and then open the transform property of it by pressing the Ctrl+T keys. After that, we will flip this reflection layer vertically by dragging the upper part to the bottom of the document, where it will be snapped by itself. We will rename this layer as reflection and move it below the image layer. Now again select the reflection layer. Then we will go to the blur filter menu and select the motion blur among the different blurs. Here we will keep the angle as 90 degrees and distance as 10 pixels and click OK. We want the reflection layer not to have any blur at the bottom, and it will gradually become blurry as it gets closer to the shore. For this, we will make the motion blur layer mask be selected and then apply the linear gradient to it. We will take the gradient tool, and after that make sure your background and foreground colors are black and white. If not, just press the D key and they will be reset to black and white. Select the linear gradient under the types of gradient, and under the gradient thumbnails select black to transparent gradient. After that, while holding the Shift key, we will add this gradient on the Smart Filter layer mask. We will get the desired blur in our image. Press Ctrl+0 to fit the image on the screen. After that we will create a new layer below the reflection layer. We will fill it with blue color. Go to the edit menu, select fill, and under the contents, choose the color option and select the blue color close to watercolor. Make sure to uncheck the preserve transparency dialog box and click OK. Now we'll add mask to the reflection layer to reveal the blue color under it. Click on the mask icon and then take the same black and transparent gradient and apply it over the mask. It will gradually reveal the blue color in the reflection layer. Then we will convert these two layers into one smart object. After that we will create a new document having the same height and width dimensions of the current document we are working on. Here we will use a simple trick without entering the dimensions manually. For that we will go to Select menu and choose Select All option, and then in the Edit menu, select the Copy Merged option. Now we will create a new document selecting under the File menu, and our previous document dimensions will be applied to this new document page. Click Create. Now we will go to Filter menu, select the Noise and add Noise. Set the amount to be 400%, distribution Gaussian and monochromatic. Make sure to reset your colors to black and white by pressing the D key. Now we will apply a little bit Gaussian blur of 1.6 pixels to this noise layer. Now we will go to channels and select the green channel. Go to Filter, then under the Stylize filter select the Emboss option. Here settings will be angle 90 degrees, height 1 pixel and amount 500%. Again we will go to the channels, select red channel, then go to Filter, then under the Stylize filter, select the Emboss option. Here settings will be angle 180 degrees, height 1 pixel and amount 500%. Then we will make all the channels active by clicking the I button of all the channels. Then we will come to our layers and zoom out the image by pressing Ctrl+- keys. We will zoom out until it looks like the size here in my tutorial. Then we will unlock this background layer by clicking on the lock icon. After that we will open the transform property of it by pressing the Ctrl+T keys. Then right-click and select the perspective option. Then select the bottom corners of the transform box and stretch the corner to make the width value approximately 1500%. Then we will fit the image on the screen by pressing the Ctrl+0 keys. Again we will open the transform property of this layer and make it half in the height by dragging the upper corner to the middle of the canvas. Then we will go to the File menu and select the Save As option to save this displacement map as displacement.psd on the desktop or any other location. Again we will go back to our main document and press Ctrl+D option to deselect the selection. Then we will again select our reflection layer and go to the filter menu, select distort option and click on displace. This will open a dialog box for the displace values and properties to add. Enter the horizontal scale and vertical scale values as 30 and 70 respectively. For the displacement map choose the stretch to fit option and in the undefined areas select the repeat edge pixels option. Then click OK and locate the displacement map we saved earlier on our desktop as displacement.psd. This will add the realistic reflection effect to our reflection layer. If we want to edit the reflection values, in the Smart Filters click on the Displace option and we can change the values and locate the same map again. If we want to change the opacity of our image in the water, we will double-click on the reflection layer, and this will open a separate file containing our reflection image and blue color layers. Here we will select the reflection mask and reduce the density of the mask to 70%. This will reduce the blue color in our reflection image. Then we will click Ctrl+S to save this and return to our main document. Now we'll correct the unwanted distortions along the shoreline, and we will again open the transform property of our reflection layer. A dialog box about smart filters will appear. Click OK here. Then we will drag the upper middle anchor point of the bounding box a little bit, so the distortions will move up and won't be visible in the reflection image again. To correct this slightly transparent area at the bottom of our reflection layer, we will make a copy of the reflection layer, and it will be all filled with the ripples. Now in the end we will add some depth along the shoreline. For this, we will create a new layer at the top and take the soft round brush. We will set the size to 75 pixels. While holding the Shift key we will make a straight line along the shoreline. Then we will go to the Gaussian blur filter and add the filter to it with radius of 70 pixels. After that press the Ctrl+T keys to open the transform option and make its height like the image by dragging the middle upper anchor point while holding the Alt key. After that, we will set this layer's blending mode to soft light. And now we are finished with this magical realistic water reflection tutorial. I hope you really enjoyed this tutorial and learned a lot of new stuff here. Having any questions, drop them in the comments section below. For more interesting videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to